Hey there, I'm Eric.
And I'm Kanan, and we're here with True Vine Gear Reviews, reviewing the Strymon Blue Sky.
Yeah, so the Strymon Blue Sky, it's the Reverberator. It's not just
Fancy word.
it's not just a reverb, as a lot of pedals they throw just the reverb there on the pedal. It's a reverberator. But this is a very complex pedal that Strymon's producing now. I mean, they have their other line of pedals. Obviously, they have their. If you see us looking down, we're looking at the pedal. But Strymon has their other pedals like the Timeline and the
Big Sky.
The Big Sky,
which is way more complex.
Which is way
this.
Yeah. If you want to go more complex, you can. But I don't think you can go less complex in Strymon.
No, it's
Strymon
pretty basic.
Is pretty. This is pretty basic, but yet complex in and of itself.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, really.
Yeah, it really is. So, Kanan's been using this pedal for how long have you been using this pedal now? This specific one?
2 or 3 weeks, maybe.
Okay, so 2 or 3 weeks, and I mean, as I've heard you play this pedal, and as many people have heard, I mean, this pedal it's as we've said complex, but yet it can still, feed that. Simple reverb if you want it.
It's more complex than like a Hall of Fame reverb or like a Fender digital reverb, but it's in between those and the Timeline and the Big Sky. So if you're like me, I like a really simple pedal board. So I've been using this at church and in my studio here, and it's exactly what I need, because it can do the most basic of reverbs, or it can get endless trails of awesomeness for super ambient swells or whatever you do. So I've been really impressed with it so far. It's pretty great.
That's awesome. I think something that we'll do here in just a few, we're going to pan to the pedal. We're going to run through all the stuff that the pedal does. We're going to give you a rundown of everything, flip all the switches, turn all the knobs, let you hear everything, show you the pedal in detail, and maybe it's something that you'll want to pick up one day. Go to strymon.net and hit them up. I think it's .net. If not, I'll correct it or something. I'm pretty sure it's strymon.net. And check it out, or check it out at your local music store or guitar center or whatever. But we're going to take a look at this pedal now and see how it looks. All right, so we're here with the Blue Sky, and we're going to do some run-throughs. Kanan, why don't you tell everyone what you're playing through?
I am playing my Gresh G5191 BK. Straight into the Blue Sky and then straight into the AC15C1.
Awesome. So we can see that the Blue Sky here has a bunch of switches and knobs, and we're going to kind of go through those each individually. You want to give them your clean tone?
Yeah.
This is a clean.
This is the bridge pickup.
Beautiful.
So.
All right, and then let's hit everything at noon. How about that? We're on the normal mode in the plate type. Everything's at noon. Let's go down to the modular setting. It's a little bit bigger than the normal, the modular is.
That's nice.
Let's go down to the shimmer, my favorite.
My personal favorite as well.
Yes. Alright, let's go back up to normal, and then we're going to mess with the type of reverb we have. We have plate, room, and spring. So let's just, we've been on plate, so let's just hit plate again just to give everything. It's just like a normal plate reverb. I mean, pretty simple. And then we go down to the room.
I think this is my favorite as well.
Alright, we'll move down to spring.
Sounds pretty real.
Yeah, it does. Now, how do you compare that to the Wampler spring that you had?
Very, very similar. The Wampler does one thing, the spring reverb, and it does it great, but I can't really tell a difference. Especially, you could dial this in to sound just like the Wampler if you wanted, because it has the low damp and the high damp, which pretty much controls how much low end or high end you want to pass through with the signal. So I like it a lot.
Nice.
It sounds very realistic.
Let's hit the mod and see how that sounds. This is the mod on the spring. Shimmer with the spring.
That's pretty trippy.
Yeah, that's trippy. Let's mess with the decay on this, because I think this would sound cool.
That's very
Keep
true.
playing, and I'll mess.
Yeah, that's one thing with the decay. If you put it all the way up, it literally never ends. It'll just go forever.
Alright. Now we gotta do the room and everything. So let's mess around with these knobs a little bit. I'm going to tinker with this while you play.
Okay.
Alright. What's your favorite setting? Let's go off of that first.
I definitely like the normal with the plate. That's probably my favorite.
Okay, so we'll mess around with the normal plate, and I'll mess around with the pre-delay and the low damp and high damp and the mix and decay. I love messing with that delay.
I know.
It's fun.
The pre-delay, really.
The latency.
Definitely fits the ambient bill for sure. I normally use it is I'll put normal with the plate. Put the I think I have a mix about like right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then the decay somewhere around in there, and I leave these at noon, and that's my standard reverb for whenever I'm. Just like good all around reverb for rhythm or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then for my favorite, I have a way more washy and tone. Which is what they heard in the intro.
Yeah,
So.
this was what was in the intro. Explain the favorite button, how that exactly works.
So, you pretty much dial in exactly what you want. So if you wanted a really ambient tone that you could go to for an intro or a solo or something, you can select exactly what you want. And then if you want a super ambient tone, I'd go about like right here. And then hold down the favorite button. And whenever it stays lit up, then it's saved. So anytime you're changing anything to your favorite setting, it's flashing. And then you can just save it. And then it stays steady. And that's when you know you got it.
Nice.
Then you can just turn it off and set everything to what your normal bypass mode is.
Good deal.
I'm loving it. So.
Alright, so that was our review of the Strymon Blue Sky. I keep wanting to call it Big
Blue
Sky. But it's not the Big Sky, it's the Little Sky.
It's the little brother.
It's the little brother of the Big Sky. But we'll be doing more of these videos. We'll be reviewing some more things. But other than that,
Yeah. Comment
like,
if you have
subscribe.
any suggestions or any pedal that specific
Yep.
that you want us to review.
Yes,
And then like and subscribe as always.
definitely. And then if you want to see something reviewed,
Guitars, amps, pedals, mics, drums,
anything,
pretty much anything.
we will review it all.
We love it all.
And we'll continue to do this until we have nothing else to review.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll try to find more things. So hit us up if you want to see something in particular. But that's it.
That's it.
See ya.
See ya. That was beautiful.